I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I've tried to fish 2 different times, tried to make 2 different videos, and I've only caught 1 fish, and I don't want to do that to you guys. So what we're doing today, Dave from Orange 22 Fishing, he's coming over, and we're gonna hit my local pond. I wanted to do a sponsorship announcement. Like I've been excited about this, and I haven't been able to do a sponsorship video, and this video is sponsored, and I'm happy to say this is sponsored by...
Got one. Got one. A pretty good one. Got one. A good one. A really good one. There's a good chance I might hook up on a fish right here. Got one. See, guys, it's funny how that works, huh? See if we can get one right here, guys. Got one. It's 2 fish off the same piece of structure. Three fish. Oh, this is a better one, guys. Oh no! No! It stole my lure. All right, so the little jerk minnow actually looks pretty good in the water. But we got a fish right away with it.
And this video is sponsored, and I'm happy to say this is sponsored by Carls, shopkarls.com. If you guys haven't checked it out, they have one of the best online selections that I've ever seen, and their prices are second to none. You go on there, you become a member, and it's almost 30% off of everything. And on top of that, they have a really cool program called a mystery tackle box program. And if you use code GNRF at checkout, you get that box as low as $10 for your first one. Every month they send a box to your house that's chock full of cool lures. Sometimes it's things you would never think about using, but that's the wonderful thing about it is they send you things that you wouldn't typically use. You get to try new lures and find some new favorite things. So the one I'm going to be using today, I've got this the Guggen jerkbait tied on. I've got this jig tied on with a crawl trailer. Got the crankbait, all from the mystery tackle box. I think it's going to be perfect for today's weather. We've had some warm weather the last few days, and then all of a sudden we've got this 44-degree day with a ton of wind. But as you guys can see, there's very few clouds in the sky, and I'm hoping that this sun will just beat down on this 4-foot, 5-foot worth of water in this pond. This pond's not very deep, and it'll get these fish lively, and we can get on some big bass, because this is the time of the year to do it. It is March here. It's starting to warm up. They're going to be pushing up towards the bank, finding that structure, and feeding up for that pre-spawn. And right now this pond has a ton of structure, and I think it's going to be the perfect spot to get on some big bass. So just waiting for Dave to get here. We're going to load up the kayak and we'll get moving.
With frost, cold night and the winter hot cold. Sorry that I fall away sometimes. Sorry that I fall away sometimes. Yeah, the end. Got to end it all on the weekend. Sorry that I feel that way sometimes. Sorry that I feel that way sometimes. Oh, yeah. You don't really wanna know me. Hanging in the corner with a nose. High on whatever they say.
It's definitely a little bit colder than we expected, but I'm out here, Dave's out here, and Dave and I haven't fished this spot before together. I've fished it quite a bit, and Dave's been out here before, said his little brother Maddie hooked up on a monster.
Oh, it was huge.
And so I'm hoping one of us get one today. I've caught some big fish in this pond. I know they're here, and then I've heard some people catching some 7-8 pounders out of here. So I'm excited to get out here, and I think we're gonna make it happen today.
This is the time of year to get a big bass too. It's almost 1 year to the day where I caught my almost 7-pounder last year. That was March 9th last year. Today's March 8th.
Oh, this
it's big bass season, man.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. If you guys haven't been on the channel before, I would really appreciate the support. Just hit that subscribe button and leave a thumbs up if you like this video, if we catch some big fish, and welcome. Got a nice shallow launch here. It's only like 5 inches of water, so we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna try to push out and get out of Dave's way. If I get stuck, at least he's here to push me, and he'll shove me out. He's got a lot smaller of a kayak, so hopefully we can get out here without any issues. I've gotten stuck out here before. There's a lot of submerged structure out here. You'll be paddling along and then ride up on a log that's submerged and get stuck, and you'll just be sitting on top of it, just teetering back and forth, and you just gotta scoot scoot the kayak off and hope you can get off of there. If not, at least today we've got somebody out here with us that could help us get off of there. But that submerged structure is also really good because we're thinking these fish might be pushing up to spawn in the next month or two, and all this structure is probably 30-40 yards off the bank, and so we're thinking, a loud truck, we're thinking these fish are going to push up and be hanging out around the structure eating bait fish, and then move closer towards the bank in the coming months. I've also got a MEPS #2 Fire Tiger colored spinner on here, so I think if none of those work, that's definitely going to get it done. So as I thought, it's gonna be difficult getting out here. We're in like 6 inches of water and like a foot of just crunched down wet leaves, but we made it and we were out here. It's always an adventure getting in this pond. All right, so Dave asked me about bait fish earlier. Hey, there's a ton of bait fish out here right now.
There's bait fish?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Little teeny like minnows.
Awesome.
So that's what we want to see. Pulled out and probably 100 little bait fish swam off. Oh, had a bite, guys. All right, we're gonna toss right back at that. That is about the smallest bass I've ever caught. Oh man, little teeny thing. I'll hurry up and get this back in the water so it can grow up, because it definitely needs to. Look at that, a little baby bass. All right, so there's fish out here. Hey, we're moving towards life, aren't we?
I think so.
All right, get this back in the water so that one can grow up.
Is that your PB?
That is my PB today.
What'd you get him on?
The MEP spinner. So maybe the flash is where it's at.
Yeah, I got my big spinner bait on.
It tried to eat it the cast before that, and it came back the second cast.
Gotcha.
So maybe they're all up in this standalone structure over here, like all the timber. Got one, but it's another small one. Well, catching fish, so that means there's fish back here, and that's what we were after, so we might be on to something, guys. This one's a little bit of an upgrade,
probably a half a pound instead of a quarter. But we're gonna keep this lure in the water so we can keep catching fish. And I'm just happy to be catching something, because last couple times out have been rough, but we've got one. So Dave made a valid point. He said if I keep doubling with every fish, I'll eventually catch a giant. And that's what we're after today. Not all these tree pounders we're catching. I said we're after a giant, not all these tree pounders we're catching. It's always exciting when you set the hook on a tree stump, man.
I know. Especially if it's a smaller one and it moves a little bit.
Oh yeah, you're like, I think I'm fighting it. Or your kayak moves a couple feet and you're like, yeah. Got one. A good one. A really good one. All right, we'll see. I don't want to talk it up and then it be small. Nah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. I'll still take it. There we go. Dave, it might be time to switch up, brother. Well, they're right where we thought they would be. In this pond, there's, like I said, I've said 3 or 4 times now, there's a ton of submerged structure out here, and we thought they would move up into the shallower water today because of the air temperature and a ton of sun. And sure enough, they're pushed up into this like stump field out here. It's only like 3 foot at the deepest point here, so we've been getting on some fish, and we're gonna keep going, because I'm telling you, there's some really big fish in this pond, and we're moving up every time we catch a fish. So I'm really hoping we get on something big here in a few minutes. The fish are still really cold. The water temperature is really low here, so let's get a good release and get her on her way. Go make some babies. Spring is here. See, with the water moving like this, these fish will be sitting up in this little spot on the back side of the tree that is not getting any wind. If I can throw on this side of the tree without getting snagged up, there's a good chance I might hook up on a fish right here. Got one. See, guys, it's funny how that works, huh? Oh, does it count? Does it count? Had it in the boat, jumped off. I think it counts. All right, let's cast out here. See if we can get one right here, guys. Got one. Pickerel. Definitely not the state record that was caught. Jeez, these things put up a good fight. Haven't caught a pickerel in a while. I've got her hooked like 4 different spots. I'm a true believer in this MEPS now. The inline spinner is getting the job done today. There you go. Come on, dude. There we go. Get them back in the water so we can catch a bass, because these things are fun, but man, they're hard to keep a hold of. But we've still got fish off this tree, so I'm gonna throw back here a couple more times. It's 2 fish off the same piece of structure. Three fish. Oh, this is a better one, guys. Oh, another. Oh no, no, it stole my lure. This pickerel in their teeth. Jeez. And I don't have another one. Man, you know what we need to do, right? I'm gonna tie this little bucktail on that I've got at my feet. See if we can get this one working. Man! Guys, but if I stop catching fish now, we know there was something to the color. That was a big pickerel, and right before I got it in the boat, its teeth just shredded my line. Have you had any more bites? You had any more bites?
I've caught 3 bass and a pickerel now.
Nice, okay. Yeah, I pulled 3 off that big tree right there. That big stump sticking out.
Yeah.
Right there. And 2 pickerel, 1 bass.
They seem to be stacked up together because 2 of mine I got on back-to-back casts off 1 stump.
Oh, okay. So just thinking about what I could do. I've got this underspin right here. And with this underspin, I could pair it up with something else from the box. They sent these split tail flukes. These little soft jerk baits. It's a 4-inch jerk minnow from Kalen's. And throw that on one of the, I think it's a Trocar Eagle Claw. Yep, Trocar Eagle Claw swim blade. And that'll give us the flash. And hopefully we can start catching some fish again. Alright, so the little jerk minnow actually looks pretty good in the water. The only thing we might run into with it is it's a little bit heavy. So it's probably going to get snagged in some grass. But we got a fish right away with it. Another little runt, a little dink, but it worked. All right, so we might be back on something, guys. I thought the hope was lost when we lost that spoon, but got ourselves another fish, a little runt. Let's put it back because, like I said earlier, the spring is here, and these fish need to start pushing up so they can start making some babies. I don't even know if this one's old enough to make babies yet. How big do they have to be to start spawning, guys? You know, leave a comment down below. I like interacting with you guys in the comments, so please leave a comment, and then we can start a discussion down there. Well, we made it out of the water and we had a pretty good day. Considering the wind was blowing like 15-20 miles per hour across the water, and it was pretty chilly. We found some areas that were wind protected, and we caught some fish. I think Dave and I probably caught like 12 to 15 fish between the 2 of us, and neither one of us caught that giant we were looking for. But you know, it's always fun to come out here and catch fish, so I'm not going to complain one bit. And this was the way I wanted to announce the sponsorship. I didn't want to make a video, like I said at the beginning, where, you know, I didn't catch any fish. So if you guys haven't checked out the live that Dave and I did the other day, the live stream is on my channel. It's GNRF, and it was about an hour long, but it was all northern snakehead talk. Ton of good information. We had a good time, and I think we're going to try to do it more often. We're going to do some bass segments, we're going to do some snakeheads, we're going to do some saltwater. If you guys enjoy that type of thing, just make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll be posting it up beforehand so everyone knows when we're going live. And when you do get in there, just be interactive in the chat. Just give us some talking points, and keep it fun, keep it light. And like I said, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching the video, and I'll catch you guys next time on Grippin' Rippin' Fishing.
With frogs, cold night and the winter hot cold. Sorry that I fall away sometimes. Sorry that I fall away sometimes.